Yeah, you're watching The Dusty Show. Let's fucking do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday motherfucking night! Woo! We ain't canceled yet, and you're amongst friends. So thank you for joining me on the world's greatest show. Fuck yeah! It's time to kill it. Welcome to the Cult of Dusty show. Hell yeah, folks. Man, I had such a hard goddamn time putting this motherfucking show together. Let me tell you what happened. So, last night my computer started crashing again. Remember when it was doing that not too long ago? It was crashing like a motherfucker, started doing that again. I was like, oh no, what the fuck? My computer died goddamn again. Hell no. Remember before, like, at first it was like cascading. It was just my browsers. They would have like memory access issues and they would crash. And then I was like, oh shit, that's a bad omen. And then suddenly my fucking computer started crashing. It wouldn't stay fucking lit. Last night it was doing that shit, so I was up all fucking night, all morning, trying to reinstall Windows, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I was like, there's no goddamn way I could have burned up another fucking Intel chip. I just got another motherfucker. They 500 motherfucking bucks each. Just got one less than 2 months ago. No way I could have burned up another fucking chip. So I was trying to install shit all fucking night, all morning. Nothing was goddamn working. Windows wouldn't fucking reinstall. It was crashing every goddamn time I was cussing. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Walmart, buy me another goddamn Intel chip for $500. Let's see if that fixed it. It fixed it last time, right? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Go back over there and get me an Intel chip, come home and open my computer up, start doing my little computer repair work. And of course, my dumb ass drops all the screws inside the motherfucking computer. Couldn't find my shit, hold my computer upside down, shaking it over my head, shit wouldn't fucking come out. Had to take the video card out, had to disassemble my whole goddamn computer to find the fucking screws. Finally, I fucking found them and put the motherfucker together. And it worked! It's fucking fixed, y'all. And so look, don't tell on me. I'm just going to take this motherfucker right back to Walmart. That's the old one, but it's less than 2 months old. Put it right back in the fucking package. Gonna go get my goddamn Walmart money back. Fuck you, Walmart. Send that shit back to Intel. They're making faulty chips only last 2 fucking months. But I know why, to be honest with you. I got to be honest. I have an idea of why my computer got fried. So it's got to be because of the fucking VR, right? Spend so much of my time in Night City, which is Cyberpunk 2027. Best game fucking ever, right? And I guess they don't like it because, like, when you do VR, it has to, like, render the game twice. Once for each fucking eye. And the computer's like, oh, hell no. I don't like that shit. So, last night I was all excited because I've been playing 70, 80 hours in Cyberpunk. In VR, I've been having a real good time, y'all. It's like the best gaming experience I ever fucking had. It's goddamn amazing. Sometimes I just sit there for 10 minutes and just fucking look around. It's like a whole city alive around you, and you're fucking there. I'm in my bed, but I'm fucking there. It's amazing. And but there was one thing. See, I played it a long time ago on flat screen, so I ran through it real quick. Didn't really take time to smell the roses, but I kind of knew what to expect. And romance. There's romance in that game, y'all. You can like straight up bone. You can straight up fuck people in that game. It's awesome. And I was like, all right, so I'm going to romance Pan Am this time. Pan Am, by far the hottest girl in the game. Oh, my God, Pan Am, so hot. It's got this dark skin. Ooh, breaking me off a piece of fucking Pan Am. And so this time around, first time I played the game, I played it as a dude. And this time around, I was like, hey, well, you want a different experience? Play as a chick this time. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to play as a chick. And then I'm going to play a whole game, and then we'll save the Pan Am romance to the very fucking end. I was all excited, man. I was going to scissor with some fucking Pan Am, man. I was going to get that coochie, flick the bean. We was going to flick each other's beans. It's going to be all kinds of bean flicking. Super excited about it. So then I fucking do a mission with Pan Am, man. I'm trying so hard to get in her panties, yo. You know how many people I killed for Pan Am? I must have killed 300 motherfuckers for Pan Am. All right, I'm a psychopath for this bitch. And so then I kill everybody for her. I rescue her dude and her father figure type guy. Then we in like a hotel room together, and she got her feet on me, and I'm rubbed up on her leg, and I put my hand on her thigh. I shoot my shot, and shoot. And she's like, I just want to be friends. What? I'm getting friend zoned in motherfucking games, y'all. Oh, hell no. I get enough of that motherfucking real life. Apparently, Pan Am is straight. You can't last up Pan Am. The one thing I was fucking looking forward to the whole guy. I saved it fucking Pan Am. But people were like, hey, well, you can like download mods. You can romance your mods. Like, nah, fuck that shit. Nah, man, because I played the game like God intended, the natural way. You know, and sometimes life's disappointing. I guess it is sort of realistic, you know, because when you're a lesbian, sometimes you want to bone a real hot chick, but you can't because she's straight. That's life. So I gotta take it, I guess. Gotta take it and take the friendship. I ain't killing nobody else for that bitch, though. I'll tell you that much. Fuck that shit. And anyway, let's go ahead and get the show off, folks. As always, Super Chud's live on the show. Oh, yeah, also, I don't have the lighting right. I don't have nothing set up. I had to reset the whole fucking thing up. God damn it. I had to set up all my OBS, and my lights aren't right. Everything's fucky still because I had to format back a fucking computer to get it to work. I didn't actually have to do that, but I did that before I bought the chip, and now everything sucks shit. So we'll get there. We'll get there. If there's problems, we'll work it the fuck out. It's all good. And as always, super chats are open. If you love the world's greatest show, you know you do, because there's no show on the world like this. Click this $, and then what? Why didn't they click it? Click that motherfucking $. Anyway, you'll figure it out. Donate money, and I'll read words. Super chat. And all right, let's go ahead and get the show off, folks. Got a long one tonight, man. Despite all the problems I had, I worked my fucking ass off to put this motherfucker together for you guys. So I hope you... Oh, much crashing out of memory area. No, don't do that shit. Hopefully that's not an omen. Hopefully that's not a fucking omen. If my computer crashes, you know why, folks. Oh, shit, I don't like that. Anyway, already a bad fucking start. All right, let's go ahead and kick the fucking show off. I didn't move this to the top like I was supposed to. Where the fuck? Here we go. Boom. We move that to the top real quick, and then we can start the show. God damn it. This shit's fucking slow as a motherfucker. Come on, goddamn son of a fucking bitch. And all right, let's go get the show off, folks. So, did what I used to do, folks. Remember, back in the olden days, I used to fucking let AI have one shot to animate the thumbnail. See if it can capture it or let it slip. Yo, all right, AI, you got one shot to animate this thumbnail. Let's see how you fucking do.
Almost got killed the soda bands ran for the for Ashtar, but for Sickles Camp.
What the fuck was that? All right, fine. Perfect. No notes. It's all good. And let's start out with the death of free speech, y'all. So once again, I'm going to review what I covered last night, if you hadn't seen it. Jimmy Kimmel got fired. He got fired, folks. The president stepped in and had him removed from television. Now, the president has repeatedly said he wants all these networks like ABC, NBC, CBS not to shit on him. If they do, he's going to pull their fucking license, right? Which is against the Constitution. Not supposed to do that. The government's not supposed to stand up and stifle anybody's fucking free speech. But he did it. He got him fired. And this is the very minor, very vanilla mayonnaise shit he got fired for.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can.
That's it. What he said right there. That's what they claim they fired him for. Because he said the MAGA gang is trying to claim the Charlie Kirk killer is anything but one of them. Like the most mild shit you can possibly fucking imagine. But literally, this is what they're using to justify his firing. He lied and said that kid was part of the MAGA gang. We still don't really know, to be honest with you. Maybe he was, and I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But honest mistake either way. Who the fuck knows, right? So nothing, a nothing bird. But that's not really why he got fired. Why he really got fired was for this part.
To score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
So that's really why he got fired, folks. The president didn't like the fact that he keeps making jokes about him. So he sent his henchmen This guy literally wearing a Trump pin, literally a Trump cult member, gets his orders directly from fucking Trump, as all these guys do. So no doubt he went and told the guy, hey, go get that Jimmy Kimmel. Threatened them with the FCC. This is the guy that runs the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, sporting the gold Trump head lapel pin like a good little cult member. So immediately he goes out there and does what he's ordered to do. FCC chairman Brendan Carr has threatened to take away ABC's broadcasting license in response to Jimmy Kimmel joke about suspected Charlie Kirk shooter, but that wasn't it. It was a joke about Trump. And he literally says, this is a very serious issue right now for Disney. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. These companies can find ways to make action on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead. So it's a direct threat. Hey, fire this guy, censor this guy, or the government's going to come in and punish you for not firing and censoring this guy. 100% in every goddamn way against the First Amendment. This is the definition of a violation of fucking free speech. No honest person could argue otherwise. And Rolling Stone even broke the story. In the hours leading up to the decision to pull Jimmy Kimmel, two sources familiar with the matter say senior executives at ABC, its owner Disney, and affiliates convened emergency meetings to figure out how to minimize the damage. Multiple execs felt that Kimmel had not actually said anything over the line, the two sources say. But the threat of Trump administration retaliation loomed. It was because of the Trump administration retaliation. But there was also another key factor that went into Jimmy Kimmel's firing. And that's the fact that owner of stations behind Kimmel Move is awaiting approval of $6.2 billion acquisition of its main rival. So Sinclair, you guys know what Sinclair is? Basically, Sinclair is like a franchise of ABC. Like, think of it like McDonald's. McDonald's like the main corporate office, and they have franchises of people that buy up the McDonald's buildings. Well, and they, sell McDonald's burgers, they sell McDonald's products. Well, franchise of ABC, like Sinclair, they have like tons and tons of restaurants that serve ABC content, right? And so basically they want to do a merger, and you need the government's approval to get around anti-monopoly laws to do mergers in this country. You might remember that's why CBS, 60 Minutes, paid Donald Trump $16 million. He filed a frivolous lawsuit against them. They would have easily won it. It would have actually been thrown out of court immediately. But they wanted to bribe him because right after they gave him $16 million, he approved their billion-dollar merger. This is how business works in America when you have crony capitalism. So this is what they wanted, folks. They wanted a merger. So they're like, hey, how can we suck up to Donald Trump to get this merger passed? Oh, well, he hates Jimmy Kimmel. I bet if we boycotted Jimmy Kimmel, we refused to air Jimmy Kimmel on all our shows, all our stations, then basically they would have to fire him, and that would endear us to a dear leader and get our merger to go through. And so that's what they did, folks. Sinclair basically refused to air Jimmy Kimmel, bowing down to the pressure of the government to censor somebody in order to curry favor with the government. And lest we forget, folks, if you don't know what Sinclair is, you might remember Sinclair from back in the day. This video was viral. This is how it is, folks. We live in like this incredibly bizarre dystopia where all our news is spoon-fed to us, and they have the same local news correspondents read the same thing to everybody so that we have the illusion of, I guess, choice, the illusion of variety. But when it all comes down to it, it's our corporate overlords just telling us what they want us to know.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish the same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets.
So anyway, it's all a fucking show. The oligarchs bought everything, and they spoon feed us what they want us to fucking know, but they pretend like it's organic and local. That's how everything works. This is Sinclair, right? They own all these stations. So they're the ones trying to get this merger passed. So they are violating free speech. As clear as fucking day, that's what's happening. And so they put out a press release. Sinclair, the nation's largest ABC affiliate, objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the assassination. They even mentioned the FCC chairman by name. We appreciate FCC Chairman Carr's remarks today, and this incident highlights the critical need for the FCC to take immediate regulatory action to address control held over local broadcasters. Censor me, Daddy. Censor me hard. Just let my merger go through. So that's what it's all about, folks. They want them to crack down because they know how it's going to work. They know they're only going to crack down on the left. They're not going to crack down on right-wing content. You know, no one is more crooked. No one lies more than Fox News. They're not going to crack down on Fox News. So this is how the game is played. You make all these rules, and then you enforce the rules only against one side. And that's what Sinclair wants. And that's what they're going to fucking get. Then they even suck up further. They're like, oh, instead of airing Jimmy Kimmel, all of our networks are going to air a tribute to Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Charlie Kirk being deified. Gonna shove Charlie Kirk down our throat. This fucking white supremacist. Of course you are. Meanwhile, Trump immediately celebrated because he's the one that fucking did it. He's like, great news for America. Terrible news for America. I just ended free speech in America once and for all. The Constitution is dead. I wiped my dimply orange ass with it. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than ever. Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Cynthia. Get rid of everybody. Total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC. Yeah, do it. Before we had the FCC do it for you. So literally, it's so clear. Nobody who is honest can deny that Trump is using the government to silence people's free speech. That's what's fuck's happening, right? And, yep, there he is again, saying the same shit. And then immediately the FCC chairman, they ask him for comment, and he posts this.
Ridiculous moment on the show. So he is celebrating Disney's
Yay! So he demanded, the FCC demanded that they basically fire or punish Jimmy Kimmel. They did it. Then Trump brags, and then he goes, yay, we did it. They celebrate. They're celebrating. We did it. The government shut down speech, y'all. There can be no doubt that these things are connected. That the government did this, and then in response to the government doing this, ABC folded and fired Kimmel. And then he immediately after he celebrated, yay, went out there and said, I want to thank Nexstar for doing the right thing. Local broadcasters have an obligation to serve the public interest. While this may be an unprecedented decision, it is important for broadcasters to push back on Disney. Yay! I'm so glad you guys ended the First Amendment. Hooray for the death of free speech, says the FCC chairman. And then Sinclair wasn't done sucking up yet, y'all. They was like, hell nah, just suspending this motherfucker ain't enough. Destroying free speech is not enough for us. We demand he dig up Charlie Kirk's dead body and suck his dead dick. He's got to donate money to white supremacist Charlie Kirk's foundation. And he's also got to apologize. That's what we want. We demand blood. But of course, it's just a suck up to Donald Trump. Make it more likely their merger is going to go through. And yeah, we'll air a Kimmel show if he apologizes and personally donates to Turning Point. That's what they're saying, y'all. And then, once again, the FCC chairman out there, and he's like, that's a great idea. You guys should make him grovel and pay a bunch of money to the Charlie Kirk Foundation. Yeah, this is the guy, the government in charge of all this, y'all.
According to the New York Times, late Wednesday, I'm just quoting here, Sinclair, another owner of many local TV stations, said that it would also suspend Mr. Kimmel's program and called on Mr. Kimmel to apologize and make a meaningful personal donation to Mr. Kirk's family and the activist political group Turning Point USA. Do you think that's an appropriate remedy of the situation?
I think Sinclair has every right to call for that. Again, sure. Sinclair affiliates with Disney. They take Disney contract. They have a contractual relationship with Disney, and that's between the two of them to figure out, what's going to make sense to make both of them comfortable with the relationship going forward.
No, what matters is what's going to make you comfortable, not to bring the hammer of the FCC down upon them, but basically you're giving your approval. Hey, I'll leave you guys alone. The government will leave you guys alone if you make him grovel and pay money. And they're even saying it out loud, folks. Hard to believe, but yeah, somebody commented on his post, This was all in Project 2025, by the way. And the chairman of the FCC posts this meme of, remember this meme got Jack Nicholson, where he's shaking his head, yes. They're literally admitting it out loud. They're laughing about it. Remember when they said, hey, you guys are just conspiracy theorists by saying they're trying to implement Project 2025. We don't even know what Project 2025 is. I haven't read it. Now they're like, yeah, we're doing it. Motherfuckers. We just lied right to your face. We always intended to do it. We were just lying to you. You believe you believe us? You believe our lies? And we fucked you. We never believed your lies. We literally, from the very beginning, said we don't fucking believe you. We know this is what you're doing. Hey, you believe us? We lied right to your face. We owned you. That's what they're doing, folks. The fucking chairman of the FCC. This is what we're dealing with. They're just basically mental children. They never matured past adolescent state. And so this is where their minds are, we lied to own you. And they rule us now, folks. What are you going to do? They just destroyed free speech. The most evil sacks of shit. And then people couldn't help but notice a bit of hypocrisy on these motherfuckers' parts. Here's the same dude, Brendan Carr, the current chairman of the FCC. Back in February 14th of 2019, he was all like, should the government censor speech it doesn't like? Of course not. The FCC does not have a roving mandate to police speech in the name of the public interest. Yeah, before he was FCC chairman, he had a totally different take on it. Curious. This is also the same motherfucker. President Biden is right. Political satire is one of the oldest and most important forms of free speech. It challenges those in power while using humor to draw more people into the discussion. That's why people in influential positions have always targeted it for censorship. Yeah, no fucking shit, you hypocritical motherfucker. But it just goes to show you their words don't mean anything, folks. As always, they are the people of nothing. They don't give a shit. They have no moral framework. Whatever they said yesterday, they'll say the opposite of today. Case in point, here's Donald Trump back on the campaign trail.
And I banned all government censorship and restored free speech in America. We have free speech. We didn't have free speech.
Yeah, we didn't have it, and now we totally have free speech in America. You killed it. Here he is again.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
Yay, America! You voted for the felon. That's what you get. Just a lying sack of shit. Thin so skinned, he literally going to ban the Constitution so you can't make jokes about it, folks. And once again, here's a hypocrite, Shady Vance. This was a couple months ago. This is this year.
Our own government encouraged private companies to silence people who dared to utter what turned out to be an obvious truth.
Really? Do tell.
So I come here today not just with an observation, but with an offer. And just as the Biden administration seemed desperate to silence people for speaking their minds, so the Trump administration will do precisely the opposite, and I hope that we can work together on that. In Washington, there is a new sheriff in town, and under Donald Trump's leadership, we may disagree with your views, but we will fight to defend your right to offer it in the public square, agree or disagree.
Well, so much for that shit. Lies, lies, damnable lies. That's all they can fucking do, folks. Everywhere their mouths are lies. They stand for nothing. They are about nothing. And you guys remember this?
So, I mean, we're trying to get good things done, but also, have a good time doing it, and, and have, a sense of humor, So, I mean, the left wanted to make comedy illegal, you can't make fun of anything. So then it's comedy sucks. It's nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's legalize comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, legalize comedy. I don't know why he's acting like Mike Myers. The guy has no personality. He's not comfortable in his own skin, so he just tries to have to act like, I guess, Mike Myers from Wayne's World. What he act like to me. It's weird, but he legalized comedy, didn't he? Has nothing to say about any of this, folks. He's actually for Jimmy Kimmel getting fired, y'all. He's done nothing but use his platform, his 300 million followers, to defend the death of free speech in this country. And more hypocrisy from people like Representative Randy Fine. Here's Randy Fine.
Not just a business decision where they are necessarily getting complaints from some viewers. It is a business decision in what they need from the government, which is being very clear, the Trump administration, that they don't want Jimmy Kimmel on the air.
I think it's more than that. I think that we live in a world where a meaningful percentage of people now believe violence is legitimized. And
you fucking assholes believe in violence is legitimized. Same motherfucker said we should nuke Gaza. Literally does everything he can to push the genocide of the Palestinian people. To apologize for all the child murders. I can't believe some people think violence is okay. Just they are about nothing. Pure evil. There are demons in skin suits. But then they went out there and basically just said, hey, we're just getting started, baby. Censorship all day long. You think we're going to stop with Kimmel? Hell to the fucking no. Here's Donald Trump talking about the rest of them going to be censored next.
Look, that's something that should be talked about for licensing, too. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump, that's all they do. If you go back, I guess they haven't had a conservative on in years or something, somebody said. But when you go back...
It's because conservatives are not funny.
And take a look. All they do is hit Trump. They're licensed. They're not allowed to do that. They're an arm of the Democrats.
They're not allowed to do that. We're going to pull all your license for telling jokes we don't like. You're not allowed to have comedians that we don't like. You have to have Republican comedians. Hilarious Republican comedians. Here he is again saying basically the same shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. President, who would you like to see? Mr. President, are you going to ask Brendan Carr to weigh in on other late night hosts that you have said should be off the air?
Late night host is on network television. There is a licensing. I'll give you an example. I read someplace that the networks were 97% against me. I got 97% negative, and yet I won it easily. I won all 7 swing states, popular.
That's because the networks don't have any power. Social media, the internet is what everybody's listening to nowadays.
Everything. And if they're 97% against, they give me only bad publicity or press. I mean, they're getting a license. I would think maybe their license should be taken away. It will be up to Brendan Carr. I
leave it to Brendan Carr. I would never tell one of my employees what to do. But if he, just completely separate from me, doesn't listen to what I'm saying right now and just decides to do it, hey, I had nothing to do with it. You're literally giving him his marching orders right now. You don't even have to directly tell him because he's watching this interview and he does whatever you say. So you're clearly telling him to pull people's licenses if they have too many left-wing people on there, if they tell jokes you don't like. Very clear, folks. And then Carr just not hiding it. They're just getting started.
And so again, we're going back to that era when local TV stations judging the public interest get to decide what the American people think. And again, we're constraining the power through those actions of Disney, of Comcast. I think the American public are going to be much better off. But yeah, I don't think this is the last shoe to drop.
Yeah, not the last shoe to drop. We got to censor everybody. This is the first shoe to drop. Every goddamn left-wing show, every left-wing podcaster, every left-wing journalist gotta fucking go. Nothing but state-sponsored media from here the fuck on out, folks. It's North Korea. It's already over. Meanwhile, remember those women who dared protest Donald Trump when he went to dinner. They asked him, hey, do you really think those women should be put in jail for their First Amendment free speech rights? They just protested you. They just used words. You really think they should be jailed for that? Here's his answer.
Mr. President, you said earlier this week that the women who yelled at you, who were protesting when you were at Joe Stonecrab, should be in jail. Do you actually think that that is an offense that deserves jail time?
I don't know how they got in there, but certainly I thought it was very inappropriate. And they said things that were very, and it was a question of when you take a look at the way they acted, the way they behaved. Yeah, I think they were a threat.
Yeah, I think they should be in jail. Yeah, they stood up and they called me Hitler, okay? They said mean words to my fucking face. And if you know anything about any dictatorship, you're not allowed to protest the dictator. You're definitely not allowed to scream at the fucking dictator. Straight to goddamn jail. Yep. Motherfucker don't give a shit about free speech, y'all. But it's just getting started. We're not even 10 months into this motherfucker yet. And dude could not give a shit less about Charlie Kirk. Free speech advocate Charlie Kirk, who would be rolling over in his grave, if that was an option, at the fact they're using his name, his death, to silence people's free speech. They basically put that question to Trump, and here's his response.
Charlie said, that there was no such thing as hate speech. He obviously, no one anticipated what happened to Charlie, but you have always been.
Yeah, he might be saying something different now because he's dead as shit. He got killed. Yeah, if he was alive, he might be saying we should crack down on people's free speech, but he got gorked, so he can't say it, so I'm saying it for him. Straight to jail, everybody. Saying something like that would get you fired if you're anybody but Donald Trump. And yep, we're not allowed to say you are pathetic, a wannabe tyrant, tiny decrepit hands, a global laughingstock. Nope. Here he is basically saying that he thinks writing stories against him should be illegal.
Follow up on Charlie Kirk, there's been a lot of talk about free speech.
They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally.
Yeah, it's illegal. They don't praise me, baby. I'm doing so many great things, and they're failing to brag about me and suck my dick. And that should be illegal, and it will be, folks. It's all happening. Jimmy Kimmel is just the fucking first. And every right-wing influencer is on the same fucking page, y'all. They all got their marching orders. They all got their talking points to go out there and defend this because they never gave a shit about free speech. Free speech was just a weapon to use against the left to convince young kids, hey, they're against free speech. They're going to take your free speech. You better come vote for Trump. You better be MAGA. That's all it was about, but they never gave a shit because they don't give a shit about anything. All they care about is hurting people, which is why they love Donald Trump so much. It's an entire party of spite. Here's a former White House spokesperson, Kayleigh McEnany. See if you can make a sense of this argument.
And for all the concern about the First Amendment, and they're apoplectic, Jesse. What about all the amendments that Charlie Kirk lost? Because Charlie Kirk has no amendments right now.
Yeah, you motherfuckers want your First Amendment? Well, you don't deserve a First Amendment because Charlie Kirk is dead and he doesn't have any amendments, so fuck your First Amendment. Hey, fuck all your rights. You know why? Charlie Kirk doesn't have any fucking rights, so you don't deserve any rights, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's not a good argument. That seems bad to me, but I don't know. Super genius White House spokesperson, Kayleigh McEnany. And, that's the same one. And Piers Morgan out there, of course, trying to defend the death of free speech in America. Piers Morgan says, Jimmy Kimmel lied about Charlie Kirk's assassination. I mean, we don't really know yet. We don't really know if the guy's MAGA or not yet. It could have been a simple mistake. He could be right. We definitely don't know. But anyway, being MAGA, this caused understandable outrage all over America, prompted TV station owners to say they wouldn't air him, and he's now being suspended by his employers. Why is he being heralded as some kind of free speech martyr? Because you're being completely dishonest? Because the FCC chairman came out there and demanded they punish him, and then they immediately punished him, and they shouted out the FCC chairman, and then Trump and FCC chairman cheered after they fucking did it. You know why. You know why, you dishonest sack of shit. But they never cared about free speech, folks. Not even a fucking little bit. And they're all on the same page. Liz of TikTok. Fact check. Trump did not fire Jimmy Kimmel. ABC did. Yeah, ABC did after they were pressured by the White House. After the government leaned on them to fire Jimmy Kimmel and censor him. Yes, they censored him. So you're right. But that's still a violation of free speech in the First Amendment of the highest order. If you were honest, but of course none of you are. Dave Portnoy moving the goalposts, y'all. This is what they do, folks. They can't
they don't have any consistency. So what are they going to say? He's been claiming he's a free speech absolutist the whole fucking time, but he's clearly not. So he's got to come up with some reason that this is not a violation of free speech. So how can he do it? How can he do it? Oh, I just moved the goalpost. I'll just claim that cancel culture is actually something else. With Kimmel getting canned, I'm seeing lots of people talk about the hypocrisy of cancel culture. The thing is this is a stupid argument because this is not even cancel culture. This is the death of free speech. This is the government violating our First Amendment. Not cancel culture at all, but he's trying to make it about cancel culture so it lessens it. And then also he's about to claim it's not actually even cancel culture. So it's all kinds of bullshit. To me, cancel culture is when people go out of their way to dig up old tweets, videos, etc., looking for dirt on someone they don't like in an effort to get them fired. Yeah, I'm redefining the definition of cancel culture. It's this thing over here. It's not just having anybody fired for anything. It's not just have people fired for what they say now. It's only old stuff they said. That's all that's meant by cancel culture, but that's not what you guys ever meant by cancel culture. You meant all this shit. Digging what people say, getting them fired, Roseanne getting fired the moment that she said something about fucking a black lady being an ape. You know, that was cancel culture. Wasn't about digging up old shit at all. You're just moving the goalpost so you don't have to admit you're not actually a free speech absolutist. You don't care about free speech at fucking all. And here's a guy that's about to be fired. I guess supposedly this guy works for Dave Portnoy, the guy that owns Barstool Sports. Anyway, he about to go off on his boss. And guess why he thinks Dave Portnoy is defending Donald Trump? Because he's a Jew.
I always do the left or no. Right now, in 2025, at 10:06 on September 18th, the extreme right are the biggest group of pussies that has ever existed in America. A bunch of, because people with green hair at Starbucks, and because once in a while a fucking guy swam against girls, you fucking pussies have broken in half, led by the duo of Donald Trump and consequence culture Portnoy, who is just waving his arms at the right to like him again after the thing last week where he said it was Trump's fault, privately and publicly, that Charlie Kirk died. Now he's like, I gotta get them back. Typical, I will say, fits the tribe profile.
He had me to the end. Fits the tribe profile. That means Jew. Typical Jew. At least say it. At least have the guts to say it. Don't beat around the bush about that. And lots of takes like this. Philip says, this is a business consequence. Nothing to do with rights or free speech. What a load of shit. And I can't believe I'm agreeing with Glenn Greenwald. Glenn Greenwald actually showing some backbone, actually showing a little bit of scruples here to stand up against this obvious violation of free speech. Glenn Greenwald retorts, yes, Kimmel has had his show on ABC for 22 years, and they suddenly decided to cancel it purely for business reasons. It's just a gigantic, incredible coincidence that it all happened a day after the FCC chair threatened everyone with state punishment if they aired his show. But this is what they want you to believe, folks. This is how little they respect you. How little they actually care about the fucking truth. They know they're lying, but they can't admit the truth because the truth is we don't actually care about free speech and we never fucking did. But folks, it's okay. It's okay that they've canceled free speech. You know why? Because Jimmy Kimmel fired Dickie Barrett after almost 20 years of announcing the show because he refused the COVID vaccine. Pardon me if I have zero sympathy for Kimmel. The left are in the finding out stage. That's right. Hey, I hate the fact that the Constitution's dead. I hate the fact that we've erased the First Amendment and destroyed free speech. But we had to because Jimmy Kimmel fired this guy on his show. So fucking lefties, you fucking lefties made us destroy free speech. God damn you for making us do this. And then Roseanne Barr got out there. She always got to make everything about her. David Frum says, trying to imagine the reaction if Biden administration had demanded that Fox fire Greg Gutfeld because he wasn't sufficiently sad about the assault on Paul Pelosi, to which Roseanne says, yeah, imagine an administration putting pressure on the television channel to fire a comedian they didn't like. Trump was president when you got fired. What the fuck you talking about? But she knows that she got 140,000 likes because people won't even look it up. They won't even think, and they don't really even care. Nobody got her fired from the administration. They're just bullshitting to try to justify the erasure of the First Amendment. And at the time, she blamed Sarah Gilbert, her co-star on the Roseanne show. What happened is she went out in public and she called a black person an ape. And everybody she works with, all her co-stars, Wanda Sykes, they said that they don't want to work with her anymore. They don't feel comfortable working for her anymore. That's why she got fired, because her co-workers didn't want to work with her anymore. Not because anybody in the administration tried to get her fired, but of course, they have to try to justify this in any way they can. So lies and bullshit is how they're going to fucking do it. And Johnny St. Pete, remember when Brock and Michelle personally got Roseanne fired from her own ABC show? No, that never fucking happened. What are you talking about? She literally said it was because of Sarah Gilbert. You guys are just retconning the whole thing. And then, folks, it's okay that they're killing free speech, because not one person complaining about Jimmy Kimmel getting fired from ABC defended Roseanne when she got fired from ABC. That's right, not a single one of you people defended Roseanne when her co-workers stood up and told ABC they don't want to work with her anymore. So because you guys didn't do that, now free speech has to die. What are you going to do? I don't want to hear you guys complaining about the First Amendment getting eroded just because you didn't care that Roseanne's co-workers didn't want to work with her anymore. And meanwhile, Laura Loomer, I don't want to hear anyone on the left cry about how concerned they are about free speech. Yeah, but Joe Biden ordered Twitter to ban Donald Trump. No, he didn't. He didn't do that at all. Twitter decided to ban Donald Trump because he was spreading election conspiracy lies that was leading to violence, and they didn't want to be held accountable for the violence Donald Trump was causing. And so Twitter took it upon themselves to remove him. Was not the Joe Biden administration, but that's the line they're using now too, folks. Hey, you guys got to be okay with the destruction of free speech because Twitter banned Donald Trump. You guys did it first. You guys killed free speech. Benny Johnson, funded by billionaires in Russia to divide America, says, the same libs who canceled Roseanne, we didn't. That was fucking her co-workers. Dave Chappelle literally made $20 million on Netflix. How is that being canceled? Kill Tony, I don't know who that is. Tucker Carlson, he got sued for lying about the voting machines, and they had to settle for, $70 million or some shit until they fired him over that. Fox did. That wasn't the left. Megyn and Kelly, I don't know. We didn't fucking cancel Megyn and Kelly. Gina Carano, all right, well, Disney did fire her for anti-vax and all kinds of other bullshit. Hulk Hogan, what Hulk Hogan? Russell Brand, oh my God. Nobody canceled Russell Brand. He raped some folks. Tim Allen, nobody canceled Tim Allen. Anyway, just bullshit. And shot Trump and Charlie, both those, at least the two people that shot at Trump were conservative. I don't know about the Charlie guy. Now want us to feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel. No, we don't want you to feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel. I don't give a shit about Jimmy Kimmel. I care about the First Amendment, about free speech, and the clear erosion that is taking place right now. The obvious precedent that has been setting here to destroy all of our fucking rights. And same argument. Jimmy Kimmel getting fired for what he said is the largest attack on free speech. Odd, because here's a small taste of the celebrities canceled, but that is not a violation of free speech. Free speech violation is when the government uses their power to silence you or censor you, not when just the average person does it. So this is all complete fucking bullshit. But this is how they're justifying it, folks. And they're going to come after every left-winger too, folks. It's going to start with Kimmel, and then they're going to go on a frenzy, just like they did with anybody who made jokes about Charlie Kirk. They're going to be like, well, you guys did it first, so it's okay if we do it. And then they're just going to go scorched earth. Every single left-wing journalist, podcaster, everything is going to get canceled by these people. It's going to be their new favorite fucking pastime. They're going to get off of it. They're going to get giddy on it. They're going to share the memes. They're going to share posts on all the top influencers' pages, and then everybody's going to suck each other's dick about how they got everybody fired and canceled and kicked off social media. It's 100% going to happen now, folks. Ian Jagger, I won't be lectured on free speech by a political party that banned the sitting president. They literally didn't do that. No political party banned the fucking president. That was Twitter doing that because they didn't want him spreading violence on their platform. And, of course, Steven Crowder with a great argument. Chris Hayes says the countries where comedians can't mock the leader on late-night TV are not really ones you want to live in. And Crowder says, so leave! That's right. Hey, if you don't want to live in a country that doesn't have First Amendment free speech, then you just leave. Don't stand and fight for your country. Don't stand up and fight for the Constitution. Don't be a patriot. Just run away like I would do. But that's the mentality of these people. Fucking fake patriots. Cowards. And, hey, at least some of them are being honest about it. GOP senator says, I no longer support free speech. The indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel's TV show amid pressure from the FCC is prompting libertarian-leaning Republicans to consider redrawing their boundaries when it comes to limiting speech. In fact, some Republicans who consider themselves defenders of unfettered speech are getting more comfortable with limiting it. Senator Cynthia Loomis, Republican Wyoming, told Semaphore, which I guess is a news organization, that an FCC license is not a right, it really is a privilege. She said, under normal times, in normal circumstances, I tend to think that the First Amendment should always be sort of the ultimate right, and that there should be almost no checks and balances on it. I don't feel that way anymore, Loomis added. I feel like something's changed culturally, and I think that there needs to be some cognizance that things have changed. Yeah, I used to pretend like I cared about free speech, but now I realize we can just silence all our enemies. We can just destroy the opposing party. We can rule for fucking ever. So I immediately changed my mind when I realized, hey, we can have a one-party rule for fucking ever and have a dictator, baby. That's what I'm really all about. We already know you guys have never been about shit. We'll never be about shit. The fucking people of nothing. And then, I don't think Fox News has thought this through very well.
Well, and it's more speech, not less speech. I mean, you often hear me say that. It's because that's really what we want. We want an open market for...
Isn't that what they want, folks? Don't they want an open market? They want more speech. This is the cognitive dissonance. This is where they pretend like they're for unfettered speech, free speech all the time, but also, hey, we have to censor everybody. They're dangerous. We have to censor them too. So blah, blah, blah. You're talking out both sides of their mouth.
Say that. It's because that's really what we want. We want an open market for speech. But speech comes with more than responsibility, more than accountability. It comes with the expectation that we'll have integrity when we use our speech. And so there should be consequences that are appropriate, you know, for the people who are affected by it. Like, you can't put the public in danger with your words. You can't incite things after an assassination. You can't vilify one side if it's not true.
Bitch, you work for Fox News! That's literally your whole goddamn job! But the only reason she's saying this, folks, is she knows the rules are only going to be enforced on one side, right? It's like how Elon makes up all these rules for Twitter, but he only enforces the rules against the left, and he lets the right have a pass. That's how they get away with all this shit. So she knows Fox News is not going to be in the crosshairs for censorship. So she knows she can get away with saying that shit. But there are some people against this clear violation of our First Amendment rights. The ACLU says this is beyond McCarthyism. Trump's admin actions are a grave threat to the First Amendment. That's the American Civil Liberties Union standing up, speaking out. Great clip from CNN from David Frum on this situation.
There's only one thing that matters. There's only one thing that matters. We had a threat of retaliation by a government official for someone not pronouncing government-commanded speech. There was an order from the state about what people must say. Jimmy Kimmel did not say that, and his corporation was threatened with consequences by a government official. This is not cancel culture, because it's not culture. It's state repression. It's an order from the government. Clearly. Here's the script you must read. Yep. If you do not read it, you will be taken off the air. Jimmy Kimmel didn't read it. He was taken off the air. This cannot be, because he's a comedian, there'll be people who say maybe we shouldn't take this as seriously, but here's the comparison I would suggest. When Paul Pelosi was brutally attacked, many, unfortunately, including the son of the former President Trump, made light of it. A terrible thing, heartbreaking, a terrible attack on an 82-year-old man. Imagine if the Biden administration had given a script and said, this is what everybody must say about Paul Pelosi. And if you don't say it, we will bring pressure to bear on your parent corporation to fire you. Greg Gutfeld at Fox, you're not sad enough about Paul Pelosi. You're not saying what we command to be said about Paul Pelosi. Therefore, unless Fox fires you, we are going to bring regulatory havoc to bear on the parent corporation.
Well, they're just getting started, folks. State-sponsored media, that's all that's going to be allowed. The orange dictator must have his dimply ass kissed 24/7. His skin is too thin for anything else. And surprisingly based, Ted Cruz. What? I guess a broken clock. Right twice a day, Cruz condemns FCC chair over Kimmel. Senator Ted Cruz, on his podcast Friday, admonished FCC Chair Brendan Carr for demanding ABC suspend Jimmy Kimmel's late night show over comments regarding Charlie Kirk, calling Carr's actions dangerous as hell and right out of Goodfellas. What? Can't believe it. But hey, good on you. I'll pat you on the back when you finally do something worth a back pat there, Fled Cruz. And one more, folks. Let's do one more. This is a good one, folks. Finish you guys off on a happy ending here, folks. So I don't know what the fuck they're saying here. It don't matter. So on this Netherlands show, they made a little parody about what Disney's going to be like now that Trump has got his claws into them. Now that the First Amendment is dead and they know that they have a state-sponsored script to read, they have to suck up to the orange goof to keep from getting canceled. Here's what Disney's going to look like in the future.
Al die bedrijven dus echt totaal in zijn zak zitten. En zelfs het grote Disney is dus als de dood voor Trump. Alles moet wat wil. Alles gaat worden. Disney kijkt.
Is changing. In order to ensure the continued provision of high-quality works to our audience, the Walt Disney Company acknowledges the necessity of adapting our content.
We bring you a whole new Disney. There are new stories to be told.
Oh, Belle, you're so hot. If you weren't my daughter, I'd probably be dating you.
I can show you the world. New songs to be sung.
We don't talk about Jeffrey, no. We don't talk about Jeffrey.
New sequels to timeless classics.
Lock her up!
Okay, now I'm gonna grab you by the pussy. Where is your pussy?
Because not every voice needs to be heard.
Bambi, trans women are women.
Oh, no.
Olaf, you are made out of snow, right?
Yes.
So that means climate change isn't real.
Making our company great again with brand new adventures.
I'm gonna go suck Donald Trump's dick.
The new Disney. It's a small world after all.
New Disney! And folks, if you have not already canceled your Disney Plus subscription, fucking do it. Cancel all your subscription. There's no reason to have a subscription to anything. Netflix, don't watch any fucking TV shows. Pirate that shit! Why are you not pirating? VPN is like $2 a fucking month. Get all that shit for fucking free. Don't pay these motherfuckers. Boycott! Boycott! Vote with your dollars. And that is my free speech is dead coverage for this evening. And hey, folks, do me a favor. Go to my Patreon account. If you look at the description of this video, click the more button. It pops down. There's a link to my Patreon. Please click on my Patreon. As always, I don't allow any ads on my show. I don't have any sponsors. I don't fucking con anybody any money. I just make free content. I try to be as entertaining as I possibly can. And if you enjoy what I do, please support it so I can keep doing this, because I enjoy doing this. And I probably won't be in business that much longer. So please help me out while you still can, because I'm going to need to eat in the future, I'm pretty sure. And all right, let's read the super chats. I got plenty of show. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of fucking show coming up, folks. We're not even halfway done yet. Meditate more. Let me go by super chats. Also, if you aim your phone camera at this QR code above my head, it will take you to my Tales of Woke PayPal account, and you can chip in a few bucks on my PayPal account. I'd be very appreciative. I'm going to read all my PayPals, all my new PayPals at the end of the show. So get them in. I'm going to read them. Meditate more. Greetings, people of Earth. Hey, Shazbot. BBC, 50 pounds. Think of Pound Town. I will try to be in the chat tonight. If I cannot, I love you all. My YouTube family, be safe. I'm going to try to be safe, BBC. Might have to come visit you before too long. If she gets much worse, and thank you as always for what you do. Graham Williams, $40 Canadian. For the dogs and the cats, but not for you, Dusty. I don't deserve it. Since you shit on anime and Demon Slayer the other day, I know, I'm sorry. I only like American anime. Like Invincible. I don't like that goddamn Asian shit. I'm the worst. Rebecca Boys, $40, getting worse and worse. On that note, thank you for the show and having the best community on YouTube. Hey, at least we're all in this together for now until they cancel this. I mean, it's only a matter of time, folks. Let's be honest. It's only a matter of time before this show is taken off the air. It's going to be taken off the air before too long. They're going to go after Hassan Abi first, and then I heard they already demonetized Destiny, and then it'll be my turn, right? So, I don't know. Enjoy it while you can is all I can say. I don't know what else to fucking do, right? I'll probably try to go somewhere else, but I've discovered your audience, even though they say they're going to follow you, only a very small amount does, and I'm barely getting by as it is, so probably won't be able to make it on another network, so we'll see what happens. But thank you for supporting the show while you can. I really appreciate it, guys. And one ticket from WSD time. Hey, if you got it, give me your love. Good evening, Dusty. I'm taking a break until Wednesday to catch up on some much-needed sleep. Here's a little money for the fur babies. Oh, you're missing out on a good one tonight. But I'll see you Wednesday. Thank you. Sith Mage, every layer, $10. I just want to say rip to Billy from the Game Chasers retro gaming community. Knew him, lived near me here in DFW. Lost his brief 3-week battle with aggressive brain cancer. Yeah, you go fast once you get to that. It's scary as shit. 45 years old. Love you all. It's young. Rest in peace, Billy. Darn it, $5. Trump had a bad day. I had a good one. Rock on, Dusty. He had a bad day? What was bad about Trump's day? Water Polo is a Sid 5 tickets. Fuck yeah. If you got a ticket, please give Water Polo your love. And I didn't have time because I know it's an excuse. I'm sorry. I didn't have time to put the after party together tonight because my computer broke down. Spent all day getting that motherfucker up. It's good. I did as much as I could to get this show on the air to begin with. So Monday, I promise Monday. And if you got a ticket, show up Monday for the after party and give Water Polo Wizard your love. Venture Van, $20. Scary week. Yeah. Hope the law kicks in soon. Oh, it won't. What a nightmare. Yep, it's only going to get worse. It's a hellscape. Thank you, Venture Van. Mr. Spock, Dusty Logic strikes again. I do what I do. 1 tool tickets from Jason Ashby. You rock, Jason. Smoky Stew, 5. Fuck yeah. 5 big tickets from Delicious Smoky Stew. Thank you, Smoky. Jared T, $50. Going to make me read you sexy. God bless you and protect you, brother. I'm sounding like Darth Vader now. I rebuke the Antichrist Trump and his minions in the name of Jesus. These people are demonic and a veil has been lifted. The masks are off. These so-called left news outlets need to stop giving these demons a voice. Hey, I wish, I hope Jesus is real. I don't believe it, but I hope you got some power to make this go away, but we'll see. But thank you for $50, and I love Jesus because of you. Jesus is the tits. Brenda Cuvey. 10 tickets, fuck yeah. Hey, if you got a ticket, give Brendan Cuvée your love, and you have customized emojis you can spam the chat with. So spam the chat with impunity and give Brenda thanks. Unhinged, welcome to the United Corporations of America. We've been living in it for the past 3-4 decades. Yeah, I know. It get more and more obvious, though. They're not trying to hide it very much anymore. Thanks, E. John Hopkins. Kimmel said they were desperately trying to characterize this kid as anything other than one of them. Kimmel never said he was or wasn't one of them. Yeah, I guess that's true. It was mild anyway. Even if he did say that, that's incredibly a mild statement. They're just looking for any fucking excuse, right? It doesn't even really matter what he said. And anime teaches what you do. You are Monkey D. Luffy. All right, I don't know what any of that means, but thank you for $2, Seth the Prop. And hey, folks, gonna read all the rest of the super chats at the end of the show. So if you like what I do, and you know you do, I'm the best. Super chat me and help the show out. And the kitties, there's only one kitty in here tonight. Only cat in here tonight, I think, is Mr. Beautiful Pretty Boy. But that's enough. And all right, folks, moving right along. I got a new segment. Let's see if it's not a news segment, but I figured since there's so much Charlie Kirk news, I would make an intro for the Charlie Kirk. And it goes also like this. Dear Charlie Kirk, I'm sorry you got murked. Dude, you are the GOAT. You preached for 2A, and then some dude who's gay shot you in your throat. So it's the Charlie Kirk section. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. The Charlie Kirk section. And I'll make music. I'll get it all going. That was just my first attempt. And first up, keep in mind everything we're talking about here, folks, is all over a white supremacist podcaster. That's what they're freaking out about, folks. A fucking dipshit white supremacist podcaster. And I can't even afford groceries. We're all struggling here, motherfuckers. But yeah, breaking, a resolution was just filed to designate October 14, 2025 as National Day of Remembrance for this white supremacist podcaster. The fuck? And yeah, they did it, folks. They deified him. Got a national, not a holiday, but a day of remembrance. I guess we're going to be remembering this big gum motherfucker for the rest of our existence. The U.S. Senate on Thursday passed a resolution to create a National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Definitely some better people we could be celebrating, I would think. Meanwhile, the Pentagon plans to use Kirk for a recruitment campaign. Pentagon leaders are considering a new recruiting campaign that would encourage young people to honor the legacy of assassinated conservative activist Charlie Kirk by joining the military. Anything they can do to get you to sign up for the meat grinder, folks. If they can use Charlie Kirk's death to do that, they will do that. But folks, do not be conned by these motherfuckers. A good guy who is leading by example is this gentleman who tells you how he felt about joining the military. Please listen.
I'm to the point now where I don't think I fought for the country. I fought for some politician's view on something. There are particular guys that I think of that I killed. And I remember one dude in particular that I killed, and I shot his buddy. And then I came through his room. I killed him in front of his wife in a bedroom because he went for a gun. And I think about him now, and it's like, all right, why did I kill that guy? Well, because he went for a gun. Okay, but why did he go for a gun? Well, because I was in his fucking room at 2 a.m. Well, why was I in his room at 2 a.m? Well, because George fucking Bush was pissed that Saddam Hussein allegedly wanted to kill his dad, so we invaded. And then I start to think, was this guy funny? What if I met him in Paris over a coffee? Would we have actually liked each other? And I just kill him? Because a politician sent us here?
Don't let them do this to you, folks. You'll have to live with this for the rest of your fucking life. Don't let them use Charlie Kirk's death to con you into murdering other people on their fucking behalf. It's not for you. You're not fighting for our country. You're fighting for the oligarchs who fucking rule you. And man, I wouldn't want to have to live with that fucking shit for the rest of my life. No wonder they have such a high suicide rate. Meanwhile, they still bragging about all the motherfuckers they got fired. We have received nearly 20,000 submissions. This website will soon be converted into a searchable database. The database compiling the identities of tens of thousands of individuals who celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination will soon go live. And yeah, flabbergasted, because why don't y'all put this energy into catching online pedophiles? Imagine if they cared about kids who were molested as much as they care about people who made jokes about Charlie Kirk. But of course they don't. As always, the people of fucking nothing, they don't give a shit about the children. If they did, they'd be burning down the fucking churches. They'd have a database of all the fucking youth pastors, right? But I'm the only motherfucker covering this because they don't give a fuck about the children. They just can't be honest. They have to pretend like the things they do are for noble reasons. Because if they told you the fucking truth, you would know what a goddamn giant piece of shit they were. You're not lying to us because we know. We can see right the fuck through you. And this meme dead on. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the snowflake now. Nailed it. And comedians can't even joke anymore, folks. Welcome to America where you can't even quote your martyr. Half these people getting fired from their jobs, all they did was straight up quote Charlie Kirk. But even that is verboten here in this hellscape 2025. And speaking of snowflakes, they mad, y'all. Here's water's threatening all of us.
You don't deserve to be able to say that and then have no penalty. There will be costs. There'll be social costs, financial costs. We will shame, excommunicate them, banish them. And that is a promise.
I know.
And until then, game on.
So they were already planning on doing this, folks. They're just looking for an excuse to censor us all, to have our channels canceled, to have us penniless and broke. And now they have it, folks. But they were going to do it anyway. They were going to find something. If it wasn't this Charlie Kirk thing, it was something else. And yes, Charlie Kirk, a man so beloved, they had to make mourning him mandatory. You will do it or you will be punished. That's how beloved he was. What a king among men. You have to force us not to joke about him. Seems like he might have been a giant fucking piece of shit. And listen up. This is what we should really be doing, folks. If you or someone you know has been terminated by their employer for voicing your opinion about Charlie Kirk, then post your employer here. Post the company. We as consumers, we would like to know. We should be boycotting them, folks. The employers who are punishing people for making jokes about Charlie Kirk, they should be boycotted. They should be punished. They should be paying a fucking penalty. If you don't respect our free speech, our free expression, fuck you. Lose money, go out of business. We should organize like the right does. And they freaking out, folks. Here's a guy with 120,000 followers calling for the genocide against the left. That's loud. Anyway, I won't play the song. It's lights out, it's less dangerous. It's first Donald Trump and now Charlie Kirk. It's getting closer for the need to commit genocide against these whack jobs on the left, even though both the guys that took a shot at Trump were both right-wingers. Don't let that get in the fucking way. Big tough guy here, dough bitch, gonna eradicate us all. Bring it, motherfucker. Meanwhile, they taking the mask off, folks. They taking the mask off. No more Mr. Nice Guy. They taking the Hitler mask off, and it's just Hitler underneath. It's the same shit. There was never any Mr. Nice Guy to begin with. What the fuck are you guys talking about? It's the same shit it's always been. You guys just pretended like you were being nice, but you weren't. And then they're so fucking weird, guys. Oh, my God. So this very cute, lovely young lady is boycotting Charlie Kirk. I'll play a little bit of this clip.
Psychopath alert.
Do you know why?
Just be respectful, please. That's all.
Violence, because people are so divided. They do not want this.
And so popular right-wing influencer Jeremy Kaufman, who has 200,000 followers, says, many of the women against Charlie Kirk are just evolutionarily begging for a strong man to hit them with a club and drag them to a cave. Yay! You spoke out against Charlie Kirk, so I want to rape you! But literally, he's just saying this because she's cute. He's just admitting he wants to rape her because she's fucking cute. Because that's what we're dealing with here, folks. Cavemen. Troglodytes. Subhumans. The unevolved. And speaking of subhuman troglodyte cavemen who are unevolved, John Fetterman doesn't like people making fun of Charlie Kirk. How dare you guys make fun of Charlie Kirk? And holy shit, this dude cannot form a fucking sentence. Dude clearly has very severe brain damage. Listen to this shit.
Don't compare him to anyone. And if you do, then you will incite somebody to say, well, now I feel like I have to stop that and take them out. People have seemed to have forgotten that the president took a shot to the head.
He literally did not. He took no shots to the head, to the ear, none of that. It was all fucking bullshit. But please, Democrat John Fetterman, please keep spreading this lie for the president on Fox News.
And can you imagine if that shot would have gone the way Charlie Kirk's one?
Shirley?
And what kind of condition our nation would be in? This is such a dangerous time right now. And now why? You don't need this an opportunity to share your opinions on it. Just, again, it's appalling, and allow folks enough space to grieve. The man hasn't even been buried yet. And it's like, that's why we wanted to have a conversation that we have to find a way to...
Everybody shut up and stop making fun of Charlie Kirk, God damn it, says Democrat John Fetterman. We are so doomed, everybody. And, folks, we're in trouble. I am a little bit scared. Peed myself a tiny bit. Breaking. Turning Point's board has just unanimously agreed to appoint Erica Kirk as chair and CEO. Leftists have absolutely no clue what's coming. Oh my God. Oh, bleach blonde, ditzy bleach blonde bitch. So scary. No one's scared of fucking Charlie Kirk's wife. Holy shit. This reminds me when they were like, oh my God, Trump got elected. Now they're going to release the Epstein files. The left is terrified. Yeah, oh, not so much. We don't give a fuck. She's going to do absolutely nothing. She has no charisma. She's not intelligent. No fear at all. Meanwhile, you guys remember the last show I covered this story? told you, of all the things that never happened, this never happened the most. A patron went to Starbucks this morning and ordered Charlie Kirk's favorite drink, and they wrote loser on it. He said, write Charlie Kirk on it, and said they wrote loser on it. This really happened, y'all. And the whole internet was outraged at this real thing that actually happened. Of course, anybody with 2 brain cells rubbed together knows that it didn't fuck happen, but doesn't matter, folks. Let me play you some of the videos that went viral.
All right, we're heading in. Which cup? It's one of these guys. This is the morning crew right here. It's one of these guys. Was it you? Did you write loser on my mom's cup yesterday? No? Not you?
And folks, as I'm playing these videos for you, I know you already know how this ends, but Starbucks checked the security footage and found that nobody wrote that on there, and they wrote that on the cup themselves after they left the Starbucks store. Of course they did.
Who does the mobile orders? You do the mobile orders? Were you working yesterday morning?
So harassing these Starbucks employees for no fucking reason. And of course they had these people on Meggie and Kelly too.
Did you see that story, Daisy, of they posted it on X? An older woman, a grandmother, went into a Starbucks and asked for that, and they gave it to her, and they wrote loser on it. Well, her family unleashed holy,
definitely happened, of course,
on this Starbucks to the point where they were temporarily closed when the family went back.
Right, they had to temporarily close the Starbucks because you were harassing the fucking employees. So, yay, you guys did it. You fucking did it. Only, Starbucks put out a memo, a press release that said they checked the security cameras and they lied. They wrote that themselves after they fucking left the store because, of course, they fucking did. But they don't give a shit, folks. Whatever they can do to rile people up, to spread lies, to rip this country apart. Meanwhile, what a stupid country, folks. Such a stupid country. Starbucks had to fucking respond. So some people were basically going into Starbucks asking to write Charlie Kirk, and the baristas were like, we are not allowed to write political slogans on cups, so we're not going to do that unless your name is really Charlie Kirk. And so that also went viral. People were outraged, so Starbucks had to speak out in this very serious country in which we live. An update from Starbucks. In response to some conversations in social media, Starbucks shared the following. There are no restrictions on customers using Charlie Kirk's name on their order, and we are following up with our team. Yeah, just write your fucking name on there. Who gives a shit? Let them go back to their car and cry about it. But that's not enough for the cultists, folks. They're demanding more, even though Starbucks did nothing wrong, even though it was all a lie. Cultists demand Starbucks name drink for Charlie Kirk and docks baristas who won't write his name on their cups. Yay! Make a special coffee drink for this white supremacist motherfucker, and then docks your own employees for just doing what you told them to do, which is not writing political slogans on shit. It's never enough, though, Starbucks. If you do this, there'll be something else. There is no winning to these people. What a stupid, stupid fucking society. And that is my Charlie Kirk coverage for this evening. We did it, folks. We still got plenty of shows, so plenty of opportunity to get your super chats in. We got a Chud Watch coming up. Pretty good size. If I do so myself, Chud Watch. And then we have a few religious bullshits, couple trash worlds, bit of Free Palestine, couple Beyond Parodies to send you guys off on a happy note. But right now, let's move along. It's time for some Chud Classic. Boom. Oh my God, motherfucker, you better goddamn play. We talk about Chud and make fun of them. Woo! First off, on tonight's Chud Watch, Donald Trump officially declares Antifa as a terrorist organization. He signs a presidential order declaring anybody who is an anti-fascist, which should be all of us, right? Everybody should be an anti-fascist, but no. If you're an anti-fascist, you are officially a terrorist. I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa will be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention. So this obviously is just a further attempt to silence his political enemies. Antifa is just an idea. It's just being anti-fascist. It's not really an organization. You can't really target it. So basically, you're just going to declare anybody you want to as Antifa, which allows you to call them terrorists, which allows you to strip them of their citizenship and have them fired, have them deported. That's what's coming here, folks. He's just going to call everybody Antifa and then use that to crack down on us all. It's very clear what the fuck's happening. And it's also obvious what fascism is and why he is against Antifa, folks, because he's a fascism. From the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. Let's see if any of this sounds familiar. What is a fascist? Early warning signs of fascism. Powerful and continuing nationalism. America first. Disdain for human rights. 100%. Identification of enemies as a unifying cause. 100%. Supremacy of the military, 100%. Rampant sexism, controlled mass media, obsession with national security, religion and government intertwined, corporate power protected, labor power suppressed, disdain for intellectuals and the arts, obsession with crime and punishment, rampant cronyism and corruption, fraudulent election. 100%, every single one of these describes the Trump administration to a fucking T, which is why they're cracking down on anti-fascists, because they are fascists, folks. They're not even trying to hide it. If you are anti-fascist, that clearly makes you a fascist. And you want to know what an anti-fascist is, folks? Anti-fascist troops liberate prisoners in 1945. This country used to be full of anti-fascists. We fought wars against fascism, folks. This is actually one of the pictures I made. This was an alternative thumbnail I made for tonight's show. You're all terrorists to World War II soldiers. What the fuck? Yeah. But that's what they're doing now, folks. Our former soldiers, our former greatest generation, I guess they're all terrorists now. Meanwhile, Hungary's president, Orban, copies Trump and also designates Antifa terrorists, because this is spreading all across the goddamn globe, folks. They're going to crack down on anybody who tries to stand up against fascism. It's a full fascist takeover of the whole fucking country. And as Hassan Abi says, they're openly admitting they're fascists now. That's 100% what this is all about, folks. They're not even trying to hide it in the slightest. And meanwhile, here is Baked Alaska, a guy who literally has free speech patriot in his title, his description. Says, "Excuse me, FBI. I'd like to report an Antifa domestic terrorist who needs to be immediately arrested and deported. His name is Hassan the Hun. He's currently crying and pissing under his bed sheets right now. Thank you for your attention to this matter, because they never believed in it to begin with. Free speech was only about them saying the N-word. The first chance they get to silence you, they fucking will, folks. The people of goddamn nothing. And they will, folks. They're going to get rid of Hassan first. There can be no left-wing voices. That's the plan. Only right-wing media is allowed. And they're going to do it, folks. Meanwhile, right-wing all week. How dare anyone call us a fascist? Trump today designated anti-fascist group as terrorist. Uses the FCC to consolidate control of the media. And hands TikTok to allies. TikTok being handed to another right-wing dickhead, folks. So another one of our major social media sites run by the right wing, which makes 100% of them. But hey, I guess America voted for it, folks. We voted for suicide, so this is our suicide. It's a slow, painful, horrific death, but it's happening. Meanwhile, apparently Trump is thinking about reinvading Afghanistan. Because why not, folks? Why not? Got to distract from the Epstein files somehow. Why not reinvade Afghanistan?
And I've got Matthew from The Economist. Matthew.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Mr. President, you say that President Putin has let you down. Have negotiations run out of road, and what are your next steps to compel an end to this war?
Well, he has let me down. I mean, he's killing many people, and he's losing more people than he's killing. I mean, frankly, the Russian soldiers are being killed at a higher rate than the Ukrainian soldiers. But, yeah, he said, let me down. I don't like to see it's death. You know, it doesn't affect the United States. We have, other than unless you end up in a world war over this thing, you could. This was a thing that would have never happened had I been president. If I were president, it would have never happened. And it didn't happen for 4 years. People Most people agree it didn't happen, nor was it close to happening. And I spoke to President Putin about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. I've said that many times. It was. But he would have never, for no reason whatsoever. We're going to leave Afghanistan. They just went through the Afghanistan total disaster for no reason whatsoever. We're going to leave Afghanistan, but we're going to leave it with strength and dignity. And we're going to keep Bagram, the big air base, that one of the biggest air bases in the world. We gave it to them for nothing. We're trying to get it back, by the way. Okay, that could be a little breaking news. We're trying to get it back because they need things from us. We want that base back.
Yay! We're going to go back to Afghanistan. Woo! Fuck yeah! I can't wait till we reinvade Afghanistan and take our military base back. Just this fucking timeline. Meanwhile, Indiana's governor offers stark warning on gerrymandering. Governor Mike Braun said there could be consequences and his state could miss out on benefits if Indiana doesn't go along with the GOP's 2026 scheme. Yep, you got to be punished if you don't gerrymander your state and take people's voting rights away from them. As Gavin Newsom says, Donald Trump is threatening governors, demanding states rig their elections or there will be consequences. What the hell is going on in this country? Dictatorship, baby. The death of democracy, the death of free speech. It's all over. Meanwhile, we have the dumbest person ruling us. I mean, on one side, it's weird because he's so good at being evil, so good, it seems like, of dismantling our government, taking all our rights away from us, bullying all the corporations, all the companies to bowing their knee, all the schools, all the newspapers, all bending the knee to him. And then on the other side, he's such a fucking moron. Case in point.
Every time you put up a windmill, it costs the country billions of dollars a year.
Yeah, windmills. Every windmill costs the country millions of dollars a year. Oh, now, I know there's got to be somebody from MAGA who is hate watching me. You guys know this is not true, right? You know they're not putting up windmills that cost them more money to run than they make off them. That's not even how capitalism works. You know this is not true, right?
To have that horrible thing turn. It's ugly.
It's just so stupid. All of it's so fucking stupid all the time. It's so stupid, it's boring. Meanwhile, it's just wild how his whole thing is, hey, I'm a giant piece of shit. Like, he just gets off on being a piece of shit. Like, he could stay quiet and not say things like what I'm about to show you. But he literally just goes back to his little room in the airplane and jacks off on the wall after he says shit like this. This is what he said to the press pool on Air Force One. It'd be great if I turned the volume up first.
Fly safely. You know why I say that? Because I'm on the flight. I want to get home. Otherwise, I wouldn't care.
He said, fly safely. You know why I'm telling you that? Because I'm on the flight. Otherwise, I wouldn't care about you. Just what the fuck? Why say that? Why? Why be a dickhead for no fucking reason? Because it's in his nature. He just gets off on it. That's why conservatives love him. They love him because he's as rotten as fucking they are. Meanwhile, that's how the game's played, y'all. SEC dismisses case after a $1.8 million donation to Trump. It's a big club, and you and I are not in it. The U.S. Secretary and Exchange Commission moved on Thursday to dismiss its case against Trevor Milton, the founder and former CEO of Nikola, a company that sought to make electric and hydrogen-powered trucks. In the case filed in 2021, U.S. prosecutors accused Milton of falsely claiming that Nikola had built an electric and hydrogen-powered pickup from scratch and developed batteries in-house while knowingly sourced them externally. So anyway, bribe the president, and it's like it never fucking happened, folks. That's how it works. Justice is a lie they tell you so that you don't riot in the streets. They just do all their corruption right out in the fucking open, though. They don't have to hide it. You can just bribe Trump directly, and then case goes away. Meanwhile, companies that donate at least $5 million for Trump's ballroom will have names etched inside the White House. Didn't this motherfucker say he was paying for the entire thing out of his pocket? All the right-wing influencers are kissing his ass. That's my president. My president is paying for that ballroom out of his pocket. Or what did I say? No, he's not. 0% chance this motherfucker builds that ballroom out of his pocket. And once again, Dusty right on the fucking money. I knew he wasn't going to do that shit. This is another opportunity for people to bribe him right out in the fucking open. They don't even have to hide it. They don't have to cover it up. Just like he sold tickets to his birthday party, that fucking stupid parade, the military parade. Sold $300 million in donations for his inauguration party. It's just corruption right in your face all the goddamn time. They're not trying to hide it, folks. I guess I'll do this. And meanwhile, this is how they're trying to sell Trump to us. Sure, Trump might be destroying the Constitution, eradicating free speech. He might be the most corrupt president to ever exist. Made $5 billion by dissecting and selling off America for fucking parts. Every bad goddamn thing you can possibly think a president could do, this motherfucker's done. However, he's a great dinner guest.
Here's the thing with Trump that I tell everybody, right? You hate him, right? You hate him. Probably people in this room don't like him, whatever the thing. I'll tell you this. I will bring you to a dinner with President Trump.
You literally won't. I am broke. I am poor. You are not hanging out with broke motherfuckers. You know you're not.
You will sit there for an hour. You'll laugh your ass off for 40 minutes.
I bet I won't. I bet if you put me at the dinner table with Donald Trump, he gets up and he walks out in the first 30 fucking seconds. I guarantee, or he has me thrown out in the first 30 seconds, either way.
And then we'll get up and we'll leave, and you look at me and go, holy shit. And I said, yep. What did I tell you?
Yeah, people's main complaint about Donald Trump isn't that he's a bad dinner host, okay? Yeah, he's nice to you. He tells funny jokes that your rich ass laughs about, but that's not what we fucking care about. We care about the dismantling of democracy, the destruction of the fucking country, the end of fucking free speech. That's what we give a shit about, motherfucker. But of course, rich people, it's a small club and you and I are in it. Meanwhile, I told you guys this lawsuit was going away. It was a frivolous lawsuit. So Donald Trump threatened a bunch of law firms. He threatened to bring down the hammer of government upon them unless they gave him a bunch of free legal work. So he has hundreds of millions of dollars promised to him in free legal work, and he just has to figure out shit to do with them. So basically, he's sicking them against anybody he doesn't like attack dogs. And so he filed a $15 billion lawsuit against the New York Times because they endorsed Kamala Harris, something they've done every single presidency. They've endorsed somebody. As frivolous as it possibly can fucking get. But the point is just to send a message. Hey, you're still going to have to pay for lawyers. It's still going to cost you a lot of money. And then I'll just do another lawsuit. I'm going to come down upon you with the hammer of the government. And it also sends a message to all the other news outlets. Hey, you guys better start treating me better. You guys better start sucking my ass. I'm going to get you fucking next. So, of course, it got dismissed immediately. But it was always going to get dismissed. The damage is already fucking done. That was the fucking point. Intimidation, threatening. That's what it's all about from our mob boss in chief. Meanwhile, I covered this story too. You guys remember like the co-president of the Fed, this nice black lady. Donald Trump wanted to have her fired because Donald Trump is trying to take over the Fed. And the Fed is supposed to have at least a little bit of independence from the presidency in order for the rest of the world to have confidence in our monetary system. And so Donald Trump is trying to take over the Fed. So he was trying to get her fired. So basically they made up a false allegation that she had a homestead exemption on 2 different houses. She was claiming that both houses were her primary residence. And they came out in the media and all the fucking social media, all the right-wing influencers spread this shit. Well, it turned out they just made it up. It was a fucking lie. And so now he is firing the attorney general for not being able to make a case against this woman falsely. President Trump is expected to fire the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia after his office was unable to find incriminating evidence of mortgage fraud against New York. Oh, this is Letitia James. This is the other one he did. This is not the Fed girl. This is Letitia James. This was the attorney general in New York. So he did this twice. Gonna fire them for not building a bullshit case against Letitia James. Meanwhile, let's check out the economy and see how that's going. Poorly. Well, if you're poor. If you're rich, it's going fucking gangbusters, guys. Stock market doing pretty good. U.S. billionaires reached a record $7.6 trillion in wealth as of September 2025, an increase of $4.7 trillion in less than 8 years, folks. In less than 8 years, they more than doubled their money. Most of that wealth hasn't been taxed and won't be taxed under our current system. And here's the new milestone we've reached. The top 1% of U.S. earners now have more wealth than the middle class. 1% of the people have more money than all of the middle class combined, folks. Wealth inequality never been greater, and it's accelerating. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And like, I don't know what they expect to happen. I mean, this is why they want to crack down on left-wing media. This is why they want to have militarized the streets. It's because the Buddha's on our throats so fucking hard. I'm not calling for violence, no violence, folks. But also, the way things are going, it's incredibly predictable what is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen when you suck all the money out of the system and the bottom 99% of the people can't even feed them fucking selves? What do you think is going to fucking happen? Well, this is why. This is why they're cracking down on anybody who's telling you what's happening. They don't want you to fucking know. They don't want you to organize. Complete silence. So the only message you hear is theirs, folks. They're hoping we don't rise up and kill them. That's why, folks. Once again, no violence. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, when are we going to see the economy turn around, Trump? Prices up everywhere. People are fucking struggling. When is all this good shit you keep promising us going to happen?
We're going to have numbers that like nobody's ever seen before.
When do you think that people are going to feel that? Because we do see...
We're going to have numbers like no one has ever seen before. Just trust me.
We're going to have numbers that like nobody's ever seen before,
when do you think
jobs.
that people are going to feel that? Because we do see polling that doesn't poll well in the economy. The recent Fox polling said 52% say the economy is worse under this administration. You've got unemployment at the highest rate in 4 years. Groceries made a big jump in the last term. So how is that? You're looking forward with these plans that you just talked about. When will people feel that, Mr.
Well,
Trump?
when the factories start opening. I mean, right now we're building them. And, you know, Fox polling, I have to tell you, I've told you before, it's the worst polling I've ever...
It's the worst! Fox News is the worst. Fox News, literally the most biased network in the world for Donald Trump. Even that is not dishonest enough for Donald fucking Trump. That's what a fucking whiny piss baby this orange goof is.
It's always, I mean, during the election, they had me winning by a little bit, not by a massive amount.
Yeah, but they still had you winning. But it wasn't enough. It's never enough.
And Fox polling, I've told Rupert Murdoch, go get yourself a new pollster because he stinks. And this is for years now. But I will
I don't believe the numbers when I don't like them. When I like them, I believe them 100%, though. They're completely true as long as I like them. And then let's check in with the concentration camps, folks. Did you guys hear about ICE tasing this dude? He's an American citizen, him and his brother. Pulled him over, tased him in his face.
New video you'll see only on CBS News Chicago shows ICE trying to take a father and his two sons into custody in Des Plaines.
Jermont Terry is live in the newsroom with how one man ended up in the hospital even though he's not in the country illegally. Jermont?
Joe and Erica, tonight family members tell us one of the three men involved in this morning's incident just got out of the hospital a few hours ago after he says he was tased in the face while being detained by federal agents.
Doesn't matter, folks. Doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not. The secret police can tase you in the face. They can arrest you. There's nothing they can't get away with. There's no rules anymore. And a lot of people protesting the secret police, now funded more than the U.S. Marines. And secret police fighting back at peaceful protesters.
Darius Johnson has been up. Agents are taking someone into the facility.
They're tear gassing people. They're beating them.
Let's check in with Darius Johnson, who's been on the
all
ground
masked
all
up.
morning long. Darius, what can you
There's
tell
the
us
new Nazi
about
regime,
how
folks.
this started?
Hey, Lou, get right. Hey, Lou, get the shot inside of the facility. They have someone on the ground. If you're able to see that person, they're closing the gate right now. There's a person on the ground being held on the ground by those ICE agents. And look, if you pan over right now, Lou, let's see right here with the vehicle. They are plowing through the protesters right here.
Plow right over, folks. Terrible situation at ICE facility in Chicago right now. ICE agents are forcibly arresting people, plowing through protesters, and lobbing tear gas at reporters. New America, folks. Finally, greatness. Finally. Meanwhile, meritocracy, baby. Guess who is the new ambassador to Greece? This fucking sex doll. Kimberly Guilfoyle, I am proudly grateful to President Donald, blah, blah, blah. Literally. got this job because she's sucking Coke Jr.'s dick. That's the only fucking reason. But meritocracy, baby. Isn't she the most qualified? Hey, MAGA, isn't she the most qualified person in the world to represent us for Greece? Isn't she? Right? Meritocracy? You people ain't about fucking shit. Meanwhile, State Department ends all efforts to counter foreign disinfo. We will fight genuine propaganda with free speech as they destroy our free speech. But of course they did, folks. They're getting rid of any organization that tries to counter foreign disinfo because they know all the foreign disinfo benefits them. All other countries are trying to tear down America. They're trying to destroy America, and they know the best way to do that is to keep these people in power. And these people want nothing more than to stay in power. So they'll do everything in their goddamn power to make sure this disinfo doesn't get countered, continues to be spread, aiding and abetting our enemies every step of the way. And what our enemies get back from it? Well, they get a divided country. They get a destroyed United States of America. This is why we're collapsing, folks. They're getting a good return on their investment. All these people that gave Tim Pool money, the Russians that gave Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, all that fucking money, great return on the investment. They get a dead America in return. Meanwhile, in Michigan, the GOP is trying to pass a morals bill that would criminalize all porn. State Representative Josh Shiver has introduced an Anti-Corruption of Public Morals Act, which would ban the distribution of sexual acts from real to written, even stories, folks. Anything that tantalizes you, ban. And 5 years ago, I would have thought this is impossible, but now you can't watch porn in Mississippi anymore without having a VPN. I can't even get a Blue Sky. Not even porn, just Blue Sky without a VPN. So who's to say this won't happen? Who's to say America won't become exactly like Iran was? Iran, where the women were wearing bikinis, very westernized and modernized back in the 70s. Then they had theocracy took over, and now women covered from head to fucking toe. That's what's happening in this country, folks. So wouldn't be surprised if porn is a thing of the past before too long. Totally ruled by this Christian theocracy. Meanwhile, surprise, surprise, surprise. Look who's doing videos with white supremacist Nick Fuentes. It's a shirtless Russell Brand, because that fucking tracks. Yeah, not surprised. Russell Brand's career has ended up with him doing shirtless podcast interviews with Nazis. That's the most believable fucking thing ever. And then one more. Let's check him. See how the Epstein files are going. All Republicans block new bid to subpoena Epstein files. Shocker. The party of pedophiles destroying free speech. Gonna ban porn, y'all. But at least they're protecting pedophiles, so at least they're doing that, right? And that is my Chud Watch for this evening. Fuck yeah. And all right, hey, I got a religious bullshit coming up. I got a few trash worlds, a few free Palestines, a couple Beyond parodies to finish you guys off with. So got about, I don't know, I'd say 20 more minutes of show for you guys. 2 hours, though. Might hit overtime. We'll see. Reward me for overtime. But for now, let's move along and do little thing I like to call religious bullshit. Oh, what? Where's the fucking religious bullshit thing? Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious goddamn bullshit. My God. What time is it? Time for religious bullshit. Hit the like button, fuckos. If you hadn't hit the like button already, what the fuck is wrong with you? And folks, I hope you're sitting down. You're never going to believe what happened. They finally caught one, and this time, it was a youth pastor. What? Texas youth pastor arrested on child porn charges. A now former youth pastor in Northwest Harris County is arrested and charged with possession of child pornography, according to court documents. Imagine if all these people trying to get Charlie Kirk critics fired cared half as much about children as they do about jokes about Charlie Kirk. Wouldn't be a fucking youth pastor in this goddamn country anymore. I'm starting to think every single youth pastor is a pedophile, yo. I think it's safe to say. I mean, I think guilty until proven innocent at this point. I think they should have to prove they're innocent before you just assume they're not. At this point, I don't know how you could think any other way. And on that tip, mega church pastor named in lawsuit alleging that he failed to prevent molestations by a fellow pastor because they all cover up for each other. A former Riverside mega pastor has been accused of sexually abusing and trafficking children for years at a shelter he ran in Bucharest, according to lawsuits. And then, they all covered up, folks, because they don't actually give a shit. They don't care about children in any way whatsoever. They just use trans people and drag people to scare you with. It's the new satanic panic. Long as you stay afraid, you'll keep giving them bucks and letting them fucking rule you, voting against your own best interests because you're fucking the dumbest motherfuckers alive. Meanwhile, weird. It's super weird, y'all. You guys know how much I hate AI, right? Hate it. Would never use AI for anything. But you know who loves it? Boomers, old-ass boomers, especially Christian boomers. And they're using AI to make some of the weirdest, creepiest Charlie Kirk, I want to say porn? It's not really porn, I guess. Anyways, Christian porn. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you AI Charlie Kirk.
I'm Charlie. My faith cost me my life, but now I stand forever in glory with those who also stood firm. So at this time, I'd like to introduce you to some of my brothers and new friends.
My name is Paul, and I was beheaded for the gospel of Jesus Christ.
No, you weren't. That's
My
bullshit.
name is Andrew, and I was crucified for
There's literally no evidence outside of the fictional stories in the Bible that any of these people actually existed to begin with, much less that they were martyred for their belief in Christ.
following the cross of Christ.
My name is Stephen, and I was stoned for proclaiming
Never
Christ
happened.
as Lord.
Nope.
My name is Peter.
Never happened, but anyway, apparently they're playing this at mega churches now. Because I guess somebody challenged them to be even creepier, and they were like, hold my beer. Meanwhile, folks, don't worry about our boy Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he got himself gorked. It don't matter. He doing fine, at least according to everybody's favorite Alzheimer's pink-haired grandma, Cat Kerr. Oh, also, before I begin, I think I speak for everybody when I say, wow. Blobfish!
When I saw him standing next to the Father, he was right there up at the throne with the Father, and there was silence in the throne room at that point. People always come to welcome people there. He was wearing like a tunic outfit, like tunic top and pants. And it was white, and it had gold trimmed all over.
Do you mean that he had a choice and he went and got that? Is that what you're saying?
No, the Father took him. He wanted him to have it. He wanted for a purpose.
Okay.
This is you, and I realize now after seeing this, he was getting part of his reward for what he had done.
Got killed?
For all the years he had given himself to rescue people.
Only 31.
Especially the youth.
It's not very much.
And then when I saw him turn, he turned.
Into a
he
vampire?
had on a quiver. And that quiver, I knew, there were 1,000 arrows of light.
Wow.
In this
Shoot motherfuckers in the throat with them.
And this was part of his reward.
That's a lame-ass reward. Holy God, worst reward ever, but hey, don't cry about Charlie Kirk, y'all. He's doing great. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening. Fuck yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I believe her. And all right, moving along, folks. I got a Trash World Free Palestine combo. Let's see if I can pull this bullshit off. I wonder if I still have my things. Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, I don't have the Free Palestine. That one's gone. But I got the Trash World. Trash World! Free Palestine! And first off, on the Trash World section, oh man, if you're trans, I'm sorry about this section, y'all. It's getting real bad. It's almost like they want trans people to go out there and commit violence because of the way they're cracking down upon them. It's a very predictable outcome. I mean, if you take somebody's identity away from them and you declare them terrorists and you strip them of all their fucking rights and you mistreat them, what do you expect they're going to do? They want them to fight back so then they can further demonize them and they use them to scare people with. Heritage, FBI must designate trans people as terrorists. The Oversight Project and Heritage Foundation strongly condemn the domestic terrorism perpetrated by adherents of radicalized by transgender ideology-inspired violence and extremism. It's time for the FBI and our government to put political correctness aside and do what needs to be done. Join us in urging the FBI to add a new designation to their list of domestic violent extremist groups for transgender ideology-inspired violent extremism, or TIVE. So they're basically going to start calling anybody who's transgender a terrorist. FBI readies new war on trans people. The Trump administration is preparing to designate transgender people as violent extremists in the wake of Charlie Kirk's murder. Two national security officials tell me, if you declare all trans people terrorists, imagine how they're going to be treated out in public. People are just going to think they have an excuse now because you said they're terrorists. What do you think they're going to do to them? They're literally just going to be violent to any trans person they see. You're literally trying to eradicate trans people. You're trying to genocide them. Not metaphorically, but literally. Man, this is just, man, I don't even know what to fucking say about this, y'all. What a dark fucking time we live in, man. If you're trans, I'm so sorry that they scapegoated you like this. Less than 1% of the population. It's literally just satanic panic again. Like, it could have been anything. They literally could have picked anything. But they realized, I guess they did focus groups, and they realized if they say the word trans over and over again, it melts people's brains. And they're taking all our rights away from us. They're looting the entire fucking country. They're destroying democracy because they got you guys so afraid of trans people for no fucking reason. And more on this. The Department of Education vows to defund New York schools over trans rights. Millions of dollars in federal funding for New York City schools are in jeopardy after the White House told the nation's largest school district that it must reevaluate its policies regarding transgender students, including ones that allow student access to sports and bathrooms matching their identities. So they want people that look like Blair White to go to the men's restroom, you know, which would only put them more in danger, right? Doesn't make anybody feel more comfortable. And of course, tokens like Eric Adams, who's already bent the knee to Donald Trump, caves to Trump on trans students' rights. Mayor Eric Adams said on Thursday that he would push the New York City Department of Education to change its policies of allowing young people in schools to use the bathroom most closely associated with their gender. So, of course, he's doing everything Trump tells him to do because they are just Republicans, folks. They're all just fucking fascists. They're all in it to goddamn together. And they have a target. And once they're done with trans people, what do you think is going to happen next? Who do you think are going to come after next, folks? Atheists, probably. Everybody on the left, everybody. Every progressive, every one of them. Trans people are just standing in front of us right now. They're shielding us right now, but it's only a matter of time. Once they're done with them, we're next. And not to be undone, Steve Bannon thinks every school should be declared a terrorist organization because, okay, here's where we're at with conservatives.
You've been betrayed by this government for decade after decade after decade. These globalists and these Marxists that have been in business with these global Marxists for decades and decades and decades, you're seeing the manifestation of it now. And these public schools, the public schools and private schools ought to be designated as terrorist organizations too, a way they are molding these children.
That's right. Public and private school terrorist organizations. Yay, we're a very serious people. Education is evil. Teachers are the enemy. They're all terrorists, folks. Round them up. I guess that's coming after trans people. The teachers are next. The librarians are next, because why not? It's a hellscape. Everything's backwards in this goddamn fucking ridiculous circus. Meanwhile, on the Trash World / Free Palestine section, Israel killed 31 journalists in its Yemen strike. 31 journalists and media workers were killed in Israeli airstrikes on a newspaper complex in Yemen last week because, of course, they are. They go after anybody who dares report the news because that's not allowed. The truth is a revolutionary act in times such as these. It's exactly the same playbook they did in Palestine, Gaza. Kill all the journalists, make sure nobody can report what the fuck's happening so they can just do their genocide in the fucking dark. The most moral army in the world. This is what our tax dollars are funding, though, folks. The destruction of journalism. We're killing free speech in this country, and we're just directly killing journalism in another country. because that's who we are, and that's why it's got to collapse. Meanwhile, Israel currently trying to wipe out southern Lebanon, folks. Here's our tax dollars at work. Yet another country. Another country being bombed. Another country being fucking eradicated. There is no limit to their tentacles. No limit to their fucking terrorism. And we are as complicit as can possibly fucking be, folks. The U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. Here he is doing evangelical Zionism, folks.
What an honor to be here for this incredible ceremony. Mr. Prime Minister, Secretary Rubio, all of the wonderful people who made this possible by their generosity, contributing to something that is historic and something that is a living memorial of what God has done. It was 4,000 years ago here in this city on Mount Moriah where God chose his people.
Oh, God.
He not only chose a people, but he chose a place. And then he chose for the people in this place a purpose. The people were the Jewish people. The place was Israel. And the purpose was to be a light to the world and to show that we don't have to look for God because he is looking for us. And that is what so separates the long history of why this city is so important. Those of us who are not Jewish, we thank you for giving all of us a foundation of morality and decency and civilization upon which our own faith is built.
You're so decent. You're so moral. Oh, my God. You're such a good people. Literally the biggest terrorists on the fucking planet. Bunch of child murderers and pedophiles. But, oh, you're so good.
For without yours, we don't have one. As I often tell my nation of morality and decency and civilization upon which our own faith is built, for without yours, we don't have one.
We don't even have any faith without you people. Thank God you guys exist to rule us. Thank you. Thank you, Zionists.
As I often tell my Jewish friends, you can be Jewish, you don't need me. But I cannot be who I am in my faith without the debt of obligation that I owe to you.
Oh, my God.
For having listened to God.
Literally worshiping these fucking people. They rule you, and he's gleeful about them ruling him.
And been willing to be obedient to him when he called you to this place as his people for his eternal, everlasting purpose. And I salute you and join you tonight in the celebration of this wonderful, magnificent, incredible reminder that God never has been finished with Israel, and he never will be. This is the eternal home that he has chosen. Yay! God bless you all.
You are God's people. Yeah, that's where God lives. We're so thankful you exist. We got to do whatever you want us to. You can just murder all the kids you want to, Israel. Because God. Just fuck everything about this. Fuck this society. Fuck this fucking country. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck. But at least we got the onion. Onion never misses, y'all. Netanyahu, these so-called genocide experts, have probably never committed a genocide in their lives. Hey, good point, I guess. I guess who would know more about it than Bibi Netanyahu? Good point there. And that is my trash world. Free Palestine for this evening, folks. And hey, still plenty of time to get your super chats in. And also, aim your camera phone at this QR code above my head here, and it'll go to my Tales of Woke PayPal. PayPal takes less of a cut, so it's a great way to support the show if you want to. Going to read all my PayPals in a minute here. But time to finish you guys off with a happy ending. I know it's been depressing, so let's do this shit. It's time for... Parody! And folks, you know me, I don't like to cast aspersions on someone. I don't like to gossip, but as someone who has done all of the drugs in his life, I'm starting to think this principal at this children's school might be on the dope.
Yo, gang, I think our principal are on drugs.
Okay, because you want to know why? Y'all are brilliant.
Take it.
Y'all.
Just please take your phone. Mira, you need Jesus? I'll pray for you right now.
Baby, you don't even know what I just discovered.
Girl.
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 Ah.
You buy.
Yo.
Take your phone. Mira.
See?
Take your phone.
It's,
Take your phone.
SOCKS?
I don't know what you're saying, but take the phone. Take the phone. Take your phone, please.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. I'm sorry.
Here.
I'm sorry. Keep taking. This is fun. Oh my gosh. This is the craziest thing ever.
One more thing. Let me see your face.
Hold on. Wait. Let me. Hold on, honey. Wait.
Come on. We gotta make a meal out of you.
Bitch, come in here.
Y'all about to go viral.
One more thing.
They're about to go viral. They don't even know they're about to go viral.
I don't know. Is this real? Surely that can't be real. That can't possibly be real. I don't know.
Videotape me. Okay, it's about to get really funny. This is the funniest joke ever. I'm gonna tell you the funniest joke.
You know, these are mine now. These are mine.
This is the craziest joke.
Since you don't want to take the classes, they're mine.
She must have done some of that 5C, man. That's what 5C make you feel like.
Yep.
When I'm on that 5C, it's weird. I have this like made up country language in my head, and it's like nonsense words, but it's so funny, and I understand all the words, but they wouldn't make sense to anybody else. It's like literally fucking hilarious, y'all.
Oh, girl, I ain't gonna care about them glasses. Oh my God, I'm about to be so.
Excuse me.
This is it.
You know what? I got a new phone too. Here, give me.
Yeah, she gonna be fired. I don't know if that's real or not, but if so, fired. Meanwhile, folks, this is a real picture I'm about to show you. How is this real life? What the fuck? This is our first lady here. Why is she dressed like that? Just weird as shit. Wearing Timeless Carmen Sandiego. Melania's standing there like a fashionable Grim Reaper or some shit. Anyway, Donald Trump and her were over in the UK for some fucking shit. And this is a pretty good meme about it. Trump spends entire UK trip trying to figure out where he knows Prince Andrew from. I know. Think they might have been on an island together. That's where you know him from. That's where you know him, Donald Trump. And one more. That's it, folks. Last but not least, finish you guys off with some good liars. Good liars went and tried to find a good place to put Donald Trump's drawing to Jeffrey Epstein in the Trump Tower. Let's see how that goes.
I mean, it could be like good right here.
Perfect.
Hanging right there. Does that look good? Over the no smoking sign. Jeffrey Epstein. No. Do you think there's a good place to put this?
No, it shouldn't be anywhere.
No? Nowhere? I mean, these are the elevators that he comes down, and maybe it would look good, like right over the elevator. Oh yeah, I've got this. This is the letter from Jeffrey Epstein from Donald Trump.
Don't put this.
We can't hang it anywhere.
No.
No?
You took a picture of that?
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Okay. All right. So you guys don't want this? Okay. All right. Well, you try and do something nice for people. Thank you.
Framed it and everything.
May every day be another wonderful secret.
Why isn't Trump proud of his doodle? Just saying. Don't you like your artwork? It's your artwork. It belongs at your home. And all right, that is my show. Hey, if you bail out, folks, do me a favor, hit the like button. Go subscribe to my Patreon, folks. Don't leave me hanging. I got some fan mail, though, some letters here. Man, somebody sent me a really, really awesome gift. A little weed. I'm going to get stoned as shit in a fucking minute here, folks. I guess it's some homegrown stuff. Hopefully you don't mind me saying your name. It says, hey, sorry about the rapping. It's fine. You got to do what you got to do. Nice card, too. Let me read the card. I love getting weed. Oh, what, $200? I mean, weed and $200? Holy fucking shit. My new favorite person. Oh, my God. I guess I won't say your name. I have it, but I won't say it because I don't want to get you in trouble. But I got it, and I appreciate it. Dear Dusty, you're on my mind today. This care package is from your friend C. I'll just say C. You know who you are. C. All right, Carolyn, I'll say it. In California, I love your show and all the people in the room. We will hang on together. Take care. If you're in the audience, Carolyn, I fucking love you. What a gift. $200 and fucking weed. Holy God. My new favorite person in the entire world, Carolyn. Love you, Carolyn. That's fucking awesome. I know you guys all should be fucking jealous. I got the best fucking viewers in the world, like my family. And I finally got my letter from Rich Lotta. Rich Lotta sent this like 3 weeks ago. Took a long ass time to get here. Rich sent me $20. Thank you, Rich. Fuck yeah, $20. And sent me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Oh, okay. I know what this is for. When I get it, I'll send it to you, Rich. I got a feeler out for it, so I know what this is for. I'll keep it. Rich says, "Hey, Dusty, not to be read on your show." Okay. Well, thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. You rock. I love you, Rich. And I hear you loud and clear, buddy. And all right, let me read the rest of the super chats, folks. Han shot first. He did. Fucking Han, murderer. 10 tickets. Fuck yeah. If you got a ticket, please give Han shot first your love and show up Monday for the after party. And also spam that chat with impunity. You rock, Han. Love you. Polygamy. $10. Keep at it, Dusty. I'm going to do it if I can. At least we'll have the entertainment as we collapse. Money for the kiddies. Yeah, as long as I can, folks. Don't be surprised if this show doesn't last long, but thank you for supporting what it does. It means a lot. Up is down, left is right, dogs are cats. You're right. Oh, Carolyn, that's the Carolyn. Woo, Carolyn, woo, woo. Love me some Carolyn. I knew you was in the audience somewhere. My favorite person, Carolyn. No preaching, just a few more bucks. Love you, man. This was a great show. Hey, if you give me money, you could preach all you want to. You guys heard the good news about Jesus? He died and shit. Love you, Jerry T. I canceled my Disney Hulu bundle. Fuck yeah, $20 from Sicarius. That money is much better spent on you and the kitty. Yeah, it is. Hell yeah, we'll buy cat treats just for you. And be sure to go. I'll show you guys just to help you out. Kick-ass torrent, y'all. Kickasstorrents.to. The front page has all the newest movies, and it has all the newest TV shows. Gen V, the first 3 episodes of the new season of Gen V is out, if you guys like that. The new episode of Peacemaker is good. If you guys haven't seen that, that's up there. Everything. They have high-quality versions of all this shit. And then the daily shit that you want to watch, the day-to-day shit, just get that from the Pirate Bay, the piratebay0.org. And that has all the current shows that are coming out. Most of this is that garbage, of course. All Elite Wrestling, if you're into that. Just everything's on there. And they have a search thing, so you can search for stuff. So, pirating is love, pirating is life. And thank you, Sicarius. Canceled my bullshit Hulu Disney. Plus, F that. Give your cats some pets from me. I'll pet this cat right now for you. Look at that. Ass up on that cat. Yeah. Yeah, you getting that love from Spin and Sicarius, pretty boy. Hey, what do you think about that? Pretty good, huh? Send abroad, the newest Antifa flag worldwide is the straw hat. They're going to burn it. Anime teaches you what to do. You are a monkey. I don't know what that means, but I still don't know what it means. And all right, that's my show, folks. We did it. Had a good one. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you for all the generosity, everybody. I'm going to be back Monday for another episode of the World's Greatest Show. And if you want to watch the World's Greatest Show, you should come and hang out with the best audience on YouTube. They give away free tickets to the after party. It's fucking amazing. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. We're all in this together, folks, so come hang out with us. I'll see you guys then. You guys have a good weekend. That is a demandment. Love the shit out of you guys. See you soon, and we're going to play. Let's just play religious bullshit. Why not? An original song by Dusty Smith on the way out. Good night, everybody. Love you.
Welcome to the chapel of scams and deception, where guilt's a weapon and fear's a collection. Pass that plate like a ritual tax, while the preacher's in Gucci with gold on his slacks. Sunday script, it's fear and lipstick. Invent the cure, then convince you you're sick. Sipping on wine, call it Jesus' blood, while they drowned you in lies like a biblical flood. Confess your sins, what a racket to run. They selling you hell while molesting your son. Blindfold your brain, let the shepherd's guide, but that wolf got a Rolex, he ain't trying to hide.
Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit.
your ass down in the pews. Break out your wallets, they got a story for you. And trauma in the closets, it's time to be brainwashed. Gaslit, subdue your weekly dose of nonsense straight into the pews. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit.